Hi, it's Reagan with Amore Designs. I am here to share a project with you, and I've actually had these done for quite some time, but they are for the Collage Melange group at Your Paper Pantry, and they were doing recipe swaps for November and December for Christmas. Actually, I guess it was October and November. They did a Thanksgiving recipe swap in October, and for November they did a Christmas recipe swap. And I missed out on the Thanksgiving one and found the Christmas one, and I had to sign up. So we were supposed to make a 4x6 recipe card. One side it had to have a recipe card or a recipe on it, and the other side had to have our most memorable Christmas gift. So what I did was I just used, all of them are a little bit different. I used Christmas paper that I had left from different projects, and so each card is a little bit different. This one is an old Stampin' Up! Line with ornaments on it, and then the back side is just red. And then I cut out the styled labels, die cut using my Big Shot. This is a Tim Holtz die, and I stamped Joy with an Inkadoo stamp and embossed it with gold embossing powder, and it has some of the matching Christmas paper on it as well. And then I added a Prima Poinsettia and some gold glitter glass that Tasha had sent me. Hi Tasha. And then I have some of my grandmother's old recipe books and recipe card, like the little flip things that had recipe cards in it with her handwriting. You know, she hand wrote recipes, and there were extra cards in there. So I tore them out, and well, I tried to not tear them out. I tried to just slip them out, but I tore them out and they were too long, so I folded them in half. And so this is an old vintage recipe card, and I just put the recipe on the front and my name on the back, and then if they wanted to open it up and add another recipe or a couple recipes or pictures, they can. And then I added this little tag with my information on it. It's a little gift tag. And then on the back I used the the Baroque die cut by Tim Holtz, and I just wrote my my favorite or most memorable Christmas gift. And then this is the same thing. I just it's just different paper, and this one's mine. I need to glue down this. I inked this up with I think it's tea dye and walnut stain, and then I stamped snowflakes in gold, and those snowflakes are from a Stampin' Up! Die cut, and all of these are inked in walnut stain, and I just adhered that and wrote my story. So this is just an extra one that I have. I think I'm going to give this to either my sister or my mom. I'm not sure, but this is one of my grandmother's recipes, who has since passed away. So I think I'm going to give this to my sister. And then on the back it says, "It's funny, it's not so much the gifts I remember as it is the time spent with family and friends and our Christmas traditions. After all, that is what Christmas is really all about. I do remember one Christmas my parents got my sister and I a go-kart. I remember them telling us there was one more gift. Dad opened the front door, and there it sat with the biggest red bow we had ever seen stuck to the top of it. We had such a blast riding that go-kart up and down our street." And then it says Merry Christmas 2010, and it has Reagan, my name. And so that is my recipe cards for the swap. And then I also wanted to share, I recently made this card, and it is a recessed frame card, and I learned how to do it from Tracy, and I will post her YouTube, a link to her YouTube underneath here. But she's Tracy Loves to Scrap, and she is a member of the Papercraft Star Design team with me, and she just did a mini album using different kinds of card. She calls it a card maker's mini album, and it's so cool. You have to go check it out. So right now she's doing tutorials on all the cards that she did, and so this is a recessed frame, and this is one of my projects for the for I Break for Stamps. I'm on their design team, and this is my second project. I used the fall winter stamp set, and I used the fall winter stamp set to create this card, and this is what the image looks like when you stamp it. Of course, I didn't obviously press it down hard enough, but it's actually leaves with acorns, if you can see the little acorns. And so I wanted to show people how you can use it in more than one way. I really enjoy finding different ways to use stamps. It helps me to get more mileage out of my stamps, and it saves me money. So what I did was I stamped it in Versamark and then heat embossed it with gold embossing powder, and then I took a old olive Stampin' Write marker and colored in the leaves and the acorns all green so that you can't see the acorns, and then I put these little red halfback pearls to make holly. And then this is stamped on very vanilla cardstock, and it's inked in walnut stain. And then this is just some brown shimmer cardstock, and I have no idea where I got this, you guys. I think I got it in a pack at Walmart, to be honest. But so this is just sitting in the recessed frame, and then when you open it up, there is pattern paper on the back to cover up the back of the frame. And then I put a piece of very vanilla cardstock and inked it with walnut stain and stamped my sentiment and embossed it in gold embossing powder. And I am having trouble I don't know if it's the embossing powder I'm using or what, because I've embossed words before, but I'm having a hard time reading this. And I mean, I know what it says, but not anybody else does. So it says, let the joy of the season last throughout the year. And that's also this is part of another stamp set from I Break for Stamps. So this is the fall winter stamp set, and you get 4 collage stamps, 2 fall and 2 winter in the set. And they're a good size. That's compared to my hands. And then the sentiment stamp is from the Santa collage stamp set that I used in my last card, the sentiments from that. So that is my card for I Break for Stamps. Remember that if you go to www.ibreakforstamps.com and you use my coupon code, and it's all caps, SAVE, the number 10, Reagan, and you will save 10% on your order at checkout. So be sure to use my coupon code, and that's my card for I Break for Stamps. And then if Chio is watching, she needs to turn off her video if she wants it to be a surprise, because I am going to show the December swivel clasp that I made for her. I accidentally left her off of the partner list, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking, but she really wanted to take part, so I told her that I would be her partner. So I actually had 2 partners, my first partner being Laura, and Chio being my second partner, and she is Crafty Cutie on YouTube, and she asked for a whimsical Christmas charm, and I'm like, I've never done anything whimsical, really, I don't think, and so I had to kind of use my imagination, and I started making it, and then she sent me an email, and she was like, smiling snowman and peppermints that have faces and candy canes and all this stuff. Well, luckily I had all of that stuff already on here. So what I did was at the bottom I put this little metal filigree piece, and it kind of looks like a snowflake, and I stuck a Recollections rose in the middle. And then this is a little fragment charm that I put a little, this was some paper that I had, and it's a little peppermint, and then on the back it was double-sided. It had a little flower, so I stuck a little bead in the middle, and this has crackle accents on it. I don't know if you can see. And then I had this pink, her favorite color was pink too, so I used pink and green and blue. I had the safety pin, and I added beads to the side of it, and then hung this little rocking horse charm that I had off of that. And then this is a blue, this bead right here I got from Laura at Contessa Creations, and then I just stuck a little spacer and this little, I think it looks like a snowball or an ice bead. I stuck that on there. And then these are Christmas ornaments, and I just stuck a little metal piece that I had for jewelry making on the back with glossy accents and made them into a charm. So there's a little snowman. And then I had these pink beads left over from my October stick pin swap at YPP for the breast cancer awareness, and then I put a green button, and this red bead right here with a little silver bead at the bottom. And then this green bead is from Laura as well, another pink bead left over for my stick pins, a metal piece in between, and then a metal piece on the bottom. And then, let's see, I did the snowman. And then I did a little jar with some fake snow, the glitter glass, and then some blue glitter in there, so it looks like little snow. And then I didn't have any angel wings or anything, so I made my angel wings out of head pins and made my own little angel charm. I had the pink, I don't know what these are, they're bumpy beads, with a little bead cap, and then these are head pins that I turned into angel wings with a bead in between them, and then a pearl at the top with another metal piece on top of her head to be her halo. And this bead right here, this green bead, is another bead that I got from Laura at Contessa Creations. This is a felt flower from Stampin' Up, and then another red bead, and then this is a little heart locket, and I put my initials and the year on the back, and this opens up so she can put photos in there if she wants. Another blue bead from Laura with a metal piece and a little tiny blue bead at the bottom. And then I had these snowflake looking metal spacers. So I put a pink bead, a metal spacer, this cool looking white bead that I got at Walmart, and then another snowflake cap looking bead and pink bead. And then this I added is a chain, and I added some little Christmas lights to it. And they're pink and red and green and blue. And so there's that. And I already did that. And then I have a little green button. And this is like from the Lost and Found collection, one of the white charms. And then I made my own candy cane beaded charm. So I just alternated the red and white beads. And then this is the head pin. And then I looped it at the top. And then this is another piece that I looped to make a little hanger for it. So there's the candy cane. So there is her swivel clasp, and I hope that she likes it, and whenever she's ready I will mail that out to her. So there's that, and I think that is all that I have to share with you for now. So thanks for watching. Bye.